So what are the different roles you had in Smith, and could you describe those briefly?
Yeah, so I started as a junior analyst. I did a few presentations, and at first I was just getting to know and learn the metrics and the financial jargon, and I became very familiar with valuation models, etc. Then I moved to being an assistant director, where I was helping the managing director within a sector, and I was teaching analysts basically what I learned as an analyst. And after that, I went into being HR. So I was head of human resources, and I was doing the hiring and kind of just settling any problems that we had with analysts, or that being promotions as well. And then after that, I'm currently a chief economist here at the Student Managed Investment Fund, and that's my current role. I teach some of the crash courses, and I do a lot of the macro analysis for the fund. So, yeah.
What surprised you the most about your time in Smith?
What surprised me the most has to be the connections. So I made a lot more connections than I thought I would make, especially with other students and alumni. I learned that we have a lot of mutual interests, that being investment specific or just career related. So I got to work on projects even outside of Smith with some members that I met in Smith, or I was able to ask questions and consult with alumni that I met through Smith. So.
And how would you say Smith impacted your professionalism?
Yeah, so Smith taught me to be on time, and to always show my best face and put my best foot forward. That being with the way I dress, the way I look, the way I carry myself, the way I present to others, and kind of be mindful of the way that I interact with other people. So it definitely has impacted the way I look at professionalism, and kind of having a more organized way of handling my life. That being, like I said, with attire, or with the way I interact with others. So.
And what advice would you give to someone new in Smith to get the most out of Smith?
Yeah. So in order to get the most out of Smith, my biggest piece of advice would be to just talk to other people, get to know them, ask questions. I think interacting and having the ability to actually take the time to speak and meet up with, that being alumni, that being the industry advisors, that being other people in Smith, just having those conversations about investments or anything related to it or unrelated to it, that could kind of help you just become more knowledgeable. I think that's establishing those connections and nurturing those connections is probably the most important part about growing as not only an analyst, but also as a manager, or as someone in a C-suite position, or just as an individual in general. So.
Yeah, and what work experiences have you had, and could you describe those briefly, and maybe like plans after graduation?
Yeah, so in my college career, I've had a few experiences. I come from a legal background, so I did a pre-law program in the University of Alabama School of Law, where I was doing a lot of research on contract law, and I was a contracts nerd, and I wrote a paper on contracts and got an award there. But after that, I kind of moved towards the more analysis side, and I wanted to learn about investments, which is why I joined Smith. And kind of more in the business world, and I interned with a business consulting firm, and I'm currently now just diving into analyst roles in real estate. So that's kind of what I expect to be doing post-graduation. But yeah.
And what would you say the best part of Smith was during your time?
Yeah. So I guess the best part kind of goes back to what surprised me, and it was just the connections, and just being able to network and talk to other people and just feed off of their knowledge and share my knowledge as well, as I got to a senior level position. So just being able to kind of have conversations and interact with other people, that's probably the most valuable part about Smith, because we have so many amazing connections, that being in the industry, that being alumni, that being other people in Smith. I can't emphasize more the I guess how valuable it is to have those connections that I found within Smith. So.
And what do you think you'll miss the most about Smith?
Definitely the people. So that being from the professors to other students in Smith, I'll definitely miss everyone who I met, I interacted with, who I worked with. just because I think I'll be taking a piece of them with me when I graduate. So, yeah, thank you.